Welcome back. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get all products and display and activate these sections. So we have dresses, we have watches, we have shoes, so we need to activate all of these. And to do this, we need to open the index. I'm going to open up the index. So in the index, here in the index, we have here at the top the header, and we need to import remember, we need to import the we need to create a file that's gonna get these products. So we need to create a file that's gonna get watches, coats, and shoes. So let me here create these files. I'm gonna here in the server, I'm gonna create a new file called get watches.php, and another file called get coats.php, and we already have the coats, so we need to get the shoes.php. So we have the coats and we have the shoes. So let me copy the code from the featured. So let me here select all and copy, and then let me here paste it in the shoes and paste it also in the watches. And in the coats we already have the code here. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna say in the watches get select all from products, and then limit 4. But instead of saying select all from products, we need to add a condition here. We need to say select all from products where product category is equal to, exactly like the codes here. So here watches, and here similarly in the shoes we need to say where product category is equal to shoes. And then as we did here, we need to create a different variable. Here let me say here watches just, or just watches, or watches product. Let's say watches. And here in the shoes I'm going to say shoes. Now what we need to do is that we need to save everything, and in the index we need to import these files. So we need to import them in the correct section. So we have here the watches. So in the watches, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove all products and I'm going to leave only one. So here, starting from here, I'm going to leave this product. This is the first product. And then I'm going to remove the second, the third, and the fourth. Similarly with the shoes, I'm going to keep only one product here, this. And then I'm going to remove the second, the third, and the last one. And be very careful, because you wouldn't want to remove something you want to use. Also in the cuts, or in the, actually it's the cloths. So here we already worked on this, so there's no need to do anything here. Now let me refresh, and now as you can see we have one watch and one shoes. And here we have already worked on this earlier. But for the cloths here, we need to activate the button. We need to activate this button, right, just like we did here with the single product. So I'm gonna copy this line of code, and then I'm gonna paste it here in the cloths instead of this button. And let me test. So the cloths should work. Now if I click on add to cart, it's gonna go to the single product page. Now let's work on the watches. So for the watches here, I'm gonna create a loop. I'm gonna say PHP PHP, and then instead of creating the loop, let me copy it from here. And then I'm going to paste it here, and we need to change the variable. So the variable is here for watches is obviously watches. Watches fetch a source, and then at the end we need just to close the PHP curly bracket, and in between we need to display the here the product name PHP, and then echo raw product name, and then product price, echo raw product price. And lastly, we need to display the button, so I'm going to get the button from here. We have this button, and then I'm going to paste it here. For the image, we already worked on the image, so instead of repeating this, I'm going to get the image from here. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it below. Similarly, for the shoes, we need to do the same. So I'm going to copy most of the code. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to add it here, and then I'm going to copy the image, and then I'm going to paste it here. And lastly, I'm going to copy the these 3 lines. Actually, yes, these 3 lines. I'm going to copy these 3 lines because they are the same. And then I'm going to paste them here instead of these static lines. And finally, don't forget to close here the PHP curly bracket. Finally, there is a problem that we need to work on, which is importing the files. So you need to import the files right above the loop. So here, I'm going to say PHP, and then for the shoes, for the watches first, we need to say include server / get watches here. And above the shoes, we need also to say PHP include server / get shoes. And let me save and let me refresh. Now I don't think that I have shoes and watches. Therefore, I'm going to get nothing. So the next step is that I'm going to fill up my database with watches and shoes before I test, because as you can see, there is nothing because I didn't add shoes or watches in my database, in my products table.